Temple of Shri Radha, Shri Radha, Jagannath, Shri Namji, Bhagavatam, Gauritam, Shri Upad. So we will start with the prayer and then we will discuss spiritual topic. Jai Radha Madhava Jai Rama Swami Shurama ki, Shri Ramji Bhagwan ki, Bhagavatam ki, Gauritai ki, Gauritai Gauritai, all glories to Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you all for coming this evening. It's very, very auspicious beginning. First Sunday of 2026. So, you all should congratulate yourself for making an effort in the cold condition and coming here all the way to Detroit, this wonderful temple of Srila Prabhupada, favorite temple of Prabhupada. There is one there. So my name is Saci Suta, and I serve here. I'm an IT consultant. I serve here whatever capacity I can. And today I'm given instructions to speak. I have no qualification, but I'll try to share some of the thoughts, some of the wisdom I learned from my masters, my spiritual masters, my gurus, and Guru Parampara Srila Prabhupada. Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Padamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathavitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Bhagavata Sri Vishakhanvitamsya Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagapade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sri Pranamami Hare Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyo eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Ukam Karvati Vacham Pagam Advaite Kriyatrapatam Shri Guru Dinagaya Paramanandam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So as the New Year, we are entering into New Year, we are already entered into New Year. So we also celebrated the New Year's Day. Some of you were here. It was a snowy day, but still about 140 people, I think, came to the temple and participated in Aarti in the night, and then took darshan of the Lordships on 31st night, New Year's Eve. So, people celebrate. This is not an ISKCON festival per se, but we take every opportunity and we give every opportunity for the people in general to get benefited from taking darshan. There are many ways you can start, and the most popular way people start the new year by breaking all the 4 regulative principles. Yes, there are 4 regulative principles. As no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. And what happens on 31st? All those 4 regulative principles are broken. And some of you must have heard in the news, in Switzerland, I think there is a nightclub, there were 40 people burned alive. In a nightclub, they were at 1 a.m. They were all celebrating, and then they put that crackers or whatever it's in the bottles, and then the ceiling got gone, and then 40 people spotted, and about more than 150 people were severely, critically burnt. I don't know what is the death toll later, but that's the sad start. So we as devotees or believers in God consciousness, in Krishna consciousness, so we also celebrate it. But we follow the 4 regulative principles. No intoxication, no gambling, no meat eating, no illicit sex. So we also had wonderful feast. Yes, we had feast till Gauranga. Yes, people are coming, we had a wonderful feast. And we danced, we sang, and we celebrated together. So activities are same, but there is no Bollywood, no Hollywood. It is spiritual. It is glorification of the Supreme Lord, just like the prayer we did, called out the holy names. That will purify our consciousness. Imagine people who started their New Year drinking and all that. What would be the consciousness the next day morning? The hangover, this, that, and all. So, this opportunity is given to us, particularly by a pure soul, His Divine Grace, Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is sitting on the Vyasasana there. So, he created this facility all over the world. And people all over the world are celebrating, starting the New Year in a proper consciousness. So, on a New Year, I was listening to one of the acharyas. He was telling everything is common, but one thing we can definitely take from what the materialists are doing outside. That one thing is resolutions. We don't follow whatever other things they are doing, but one thing we take from that is resolution. But he was mentioning that we don't need to take special resolution because we already have the regulative principles. And we already know we have to chant 16 rounds. We already know we have to associate with the devotees. We already know we have to participate in devotional activities. But our resolution should be to be more sincere in following those principles. And in particular, the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It is not mantra, it is Mahamantra. And it's not easy in this age of Kali. We all know we are being bombarded with material improvements. Yes or no? Yes. You just browse for something on your phone and your inboxes, all your email inboxes are filled with the offers from that specific item they are looking for. So they track every click of yours. We try to book our flights, and so then we go in incognito mode and then try to search for flights, because the more searches you do, the price keeps jumping up. So once then, at least incognito, you feel some of you may know, or in software. So if you go in incognito, at least private mode, if you click and then they say like it is not monitored, I don't know, but at least that will help you. So every click, every action of ours, everything we talk, people have Alexa and all those things. So you talk, it will catch it. You and your wife are conversing about some, buying a new refrigerator. That's it. Alexa is there to catch it and then, feed you with a lot of information. So we are living in this world. As per Shastra, as we all know, we are going through difficulties. 2024, end of 2024, we all wished Happy New Year 2025. Yes? So how happy we were in 2025? How happy we were. Not here to disappoint you, but that's the reality, isn't it? 2025 came and we lost some of our dear ones. We had our very dear Ram Prabhu, many of you who come to the feast. He's always there serving the prasad. He's always there. Very blissful, smilingly, he serves every Sunday. He's there in prasad. And then, all of a sudden, we lost him. Within a span of a few weeks. So, things, this material what Shastra says, we have 3 types of problems. Adhyatmika, Adibhautika, and Adidaivika problems. We know we are suffering, but Shastra clearly explains Adhyatmika, something to do with, your own thing, your body, mind. The statistics of US says that out of 100, 6% are in anxiety. And 90% are miserable. Only 4% are happy. I'm not saying this. This is the statistics which is saying this. But unfortunately, we are seeking for happiness every moment, isn't it? That is our thing. We want to have a comfortable home, comfortable car, I've got tasty, delicious food, everything to satisfy, to fulfill the desires of our senses. But we are not happy. Suppose you bought a new, Lamborghini? So you buy it and then, so how long will you be happy with that? Or let us say you are kept in an island. You are given everything. You have a Lamborghini and then you have the best of the foods and everything, but you are all alone. Tell me how happy you will be. Because they are all hanging for that. It is an island, it's a big palace, and then you have all the food you need. You have a Lamborghini which you can take and then go around the island. How many of you think you will be very happy? Maybe for a day. Even that is lawful. Even if you buy something, you want somebody to see it, isn't it? You see Michigan weather, the moment sun comes, then all the veterans are old people, because they saved all their fortune and bought those fancy convertible cars. And I watch them, most of the time, 90% of the time, there are old people who are driving those convertibles. Happy to just drive around, just to show. So, Adhyatmika, Adhyautika and Adidaivika. And always, the most popular disease in current world is what? What is the most popular health issue?
Anxiety.
He's a dentist, so he will tell you something. He can promote his business, saying that dental is a problem. So stress is the most, because even if you ask a small child in the school, he is going through stress. So much homework, so much competition. Parents, one Indian parent takes to some class, then they meet in a social gathering, and other people will come to know. And all the parents will go take their children there. It's all competition. Somebody said like, I am taking my kid, why are you late for the party? I took my kid to this meet. Oh, where is that? And then you see next week, 20 people. So that's what is happening with the current world. And Adi Bhautik, you have problems caused by your neighbors, your enemies, your other countries, or your own boss, isn't it? This is the time of annual reviews. How you performance review, and then you will know. So you have problem with the boss, or problems at home with the wife, with the children, with brothers, siblings, and Adidaivic, unexpected events, tsunami, earthquakes, which are not in our control, isn't it? So all these problems are there, but we try to seek happiness. I'm not here to disappoint you, I'm going to give you a solution. So don't be discouraged. But I'm just trying to reiterate the world we are living in what conditions we are living in. Because Krishna says this is Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. Dukkhalayam means it is a place of misery, and Ashashvatam means it is temporary. It's not permanent. So Prabhupada says, famous when he visited France, he was telling, Napoleon is France, France is Napoleon, they say. So he was asking the people of France, so France is there, where is Napoleon? It's gone. So like that, it is a journey. We take birth, we grow up, we become young, and then we become adult, we get married, then we become old, and then we dwindle, and so this is like, you should not lead the life like in that fashion. Somebody has gone through, why are you doing this? Because that person is doing it. In our college, I remember I studied in engineering college where there used to be an old well, a condemned well. What is well? It's some of the youngsters will not know. We used to fetch water, childhood from the well and take bath, fresh water. So while coming out of the college, somebody peeped in and then he just, said he saw something. And then almost 200 people after that, one after that, everybody is looking. Nothing is there in that. But he just made up. So that's the blind following. We may laugh at it, but that's what we are doing, isn't it? Somebody said you have to get admitted into school. Yes, okay. Then you have to study hard. Yes, Ajay Babu, unless you study, my father used to say, unless you study hard, I'm going to, take you to a hotel. You can just go and work as a, server, wash dishes, something like that. He used to say. So you have to come first. Okay, then what? Then engineering or medicine. In India, there are only two. Either you become an engineer or a doctor, otherwise you are useless. So you become engineer. It's done? No. Then you have to get a job. Then they'll be after you when you are getting married. Okay. So these are like 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. And then by the time you realize you are old or like lose hair like me. So then it's just you are just wasting the whole life. And are problems not going to be there for us? You are practicing your chanting. We don't have any problems. So problems will be there. Whether you are practicing devotional service or you are a non-devotee. Problems will be there. Problems are inevitable, but suffering is optional. Problems are inevitable, but suffering is optional. What it means is, when you are practicing this path of Krishna consciousness, the devotional service, it will give you the strength to face the situations, any difficult situation. We have seen this time and again. We have seen many devotees who are in this world. I was talking the other day, this 30-year-old brahmachari, one of the congregations in Pune, is diagnosed with 4th stage cancer. But imagine a materialistic person who is not in devotion, how much he will be suffering. But this person is in bliss. And he's not at all worried. Because Krishna is giving him that inner strength. I was listening to Prabhuji. It is the acceptance. That other person is in denial, but this person is in active acceptance. He is able to take that. Whether it is a happy moment or it is a distressful moment. Doesn't matter. It is the mercy of Krishna to take it. So, having come into this material world, we have to question ourselves because we are human beings. We are given this wisdom. We are given this discriminatory capacity. Yes? An animal doesn't have that. Ahara, Nidra, Vayamayatanam, Samanavita, Pashvidhanam. That means the sleeping. We sleep, the animals sleep. Yes? We eat. They also ahara, nidra, bhaya. We fear, isn't it? That's why we, in particular US, they were in India, we have security cameras, isn't it? Why? Because we fear somebody will come intrude into our property. So we have security cameras. Animals also have, they build a nice nest, or God has given to some animals those capacities to how to protect themselves. You have seen those? Some of the snakes, they merge into the greenery. You can't even make out because they merge into it. That's their protection. Similarly, I don't know what's the animal, it has those, sharp hair thing.
Porcupine.
So it has protection. If something comes, then it just opens up like that. So everybody, they are also protecting themselves. We are also protecting us. We also procreate. They also procreate. And if all these four things are common between a man and an animal, then Shastra says we are two-legged animals. I am not saying that. Shastra is saying. Well, what is the difference then? Because we are not using our intelligence. Why are we here? What is the purpose? Somebody is doing, I am also doing. I am also competing in corporate world. Okay, somebody is investing in this stock, I will also invest. I make money. Okay, then what? Then what? So I was listening from somebody, there is this famous, a very rich person in Canada. So he was asked, what is that money? He is very rich. He made millions of dollars. What is that which will make you happy? He said, forgive me, ladies. He said, if I can be comfortably, I'll be very happy. Because he is having problem. He cannot, properly pass at natural paths. So he said if I'm able to, get rid of this, that will make me happy. He is a multi-millionaire. Or some people will say if I can sleep for 8 hours, I'll be very happy. Yes? Many of the rich people, they can't sleep in the night. Unlike, a person who is working in, construction business, after 10 hours of work, he'll have sound sleep, no worries. Come tomorrow, let us sleep. But this person, what will happen? I invested there so many millions, I invested here, what's going to happen? Competition, this, that, and all, challenges. So they can't even sleep. So what is the purpose? And sometimes we think we can control everything. The famous example is Michael Jackson. What he thought is going to live long. How many arrangements he made? For every organ, there is a specialist doctor and who are residing with him, monitoring every organ of his body and the oxygen level in his room is maintained, and what food he is going to take and how it is going to benefit him. All those things are monitored. That means medically possible, everything he took. There is a heart specialist, there is, everybody is there. But he didn't even hit 50. Even though they were all around him. So, should keep alive. So, we have to introspect. His Holiness Keshav Swami says, there are 4 things before we make resolution. Okay, 2026, Happy New Year, I'm going to make this resolution. So first and foremost is look inside. That means introspect. This year's resolution is that person got, this high-end, what is that, Tesla, whatever it is, the Y model, X model, whatever it is. So this year resolution, I'm going to get that. Introspect, whether it is relevant to you, whether it suits your capacity. Based on that, introspect. What is your situation? And then look around. Because you need a lot of inspiration, a lot of positive encouragement from the people you associate with. That is very, very essential. What happens if you put an iron rod in a fire? What happens? It becomes red hot, it becomes like that. See, that is the power of association. He said, name 5 of your friends, I will tell you who you are. Based on their problem, people, non-smokers, then they associate with smokers, and then it becomes if you are associating with alcoholics, then you tend to. That's what happens in colleges. I used to have my friend, he used to hate, his mom used to say like, that person couldn't even stand smoke. But then he has become a chain smoker. And his mother came, she did believe, no, my son cannot be like that. It happens, association. So you have to look for positive association, where you can get that inspiration, the positive vibes, so that you will, be positive and make positive steps, take positive steps. And look behind. Look behind. I mean, what has happened in the past? What mistakes? What went well? What went wrong? 2024. Okay, how was my chanting? How did I do with respect to my health? How did I do with my relationships? What happened with my anarthas, lust, anger, greed, envy, false ego? How was my behavior? What was my attitude? Whether I was grateful for what are the great things which were given, what the help I received. Did I thank the people who helped me? Many times, we don't do that. How much grateful we should be for Krishna. He has given us this life. Many times I say, like, we are all sitting here. How consciously are we breathing? Are you conscious of your breathing? Oh, sorry, I forgot to breathe. Let me breathe now. No, it's happening automatically. Who is doing that? Are you putting an effort to breathe? No. It's Krishna. The machine is running because of Krishna's power. We sleep. Do you remember anything? You forget. Forget who you are when you are sleeping. Yes or no? You travel different worlds, you have different dreams. Yes, famous in Prabhupada says that somebody in the dream was being attacked by a tiger. Tiger is chasing him. He is shouting in the sleep. There is a friend next to him. So what shall he do? He has 2 choices. He can sleep and go into the dream and along with him and then help him out. Is it possible? So what is the best thing a friend can do? Wake him up. Jeev jago, Gaura Chandra bole. See, Gauranga is saying, hey, sleeping soul, wake up, wake up. So we have to be aware of our inner feelings. So we have to look inside, we have to look outside, whom we are associating with, whom we are taking that positive energy from. You have to look behind, because what went good, what went wrong, what kind of corrective action you can take, and look above. What is above? Is there, God is there. Have that connectivity, because anything you do, because you are eternally connected to that superpower, which is Golok Vrindavan. Krishna is residing in Golok Vrindavan. So look above. Have the connectivity. Anything you do, have a connection with the Krishna. So Krishna consciousness means do everything favorable for Krishna. Anything unfavorable, just reject it. As we started this class, all those things are forgotten. Gambling, eating meat. Because they spoil our consciousness. And after looking inside, looking around, looking behind and looking above, then start looking forward for 2026. What we can do. So what we are supposed to do? 2025 has gone. That means we have fixed quota of life. Yes or no? So 1 year has gone. What is happening here? If you are destined to live 90 years, then 1 year has gone. Time. Krishna says, time I am in Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita speaks about the 5 important topics. What are they? Jiva, that means ourselves. And Ishvara, the Supreme Lord. And then Kala, time, Prakriti, nature, and Karma. Krishna says, time I am. I was listening to lectures, he was asking, just look at the watch and tell me what time it is. In seconds. So they said it is 5:45, 20 seconds. By the time he said, the clock moved. Is it the same? No, it is 35 seconds. It is 36 seconds. Time is ticking. Time is ticking. So, we have to make use of the time. Kale Rajan, what is that? Kale Dosha, Vidya Rajan, Asti Eko Mahatmana, Kirtana Deva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Param Rajet. This Kali Yuga is full of forms. But there is one great thing which is given to us. Mukta Sangha Param Rajet. We will be victorious by taking up this process, chanting the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We will. We have a solution. So this is a famous example from Puranas. So this one person, he is having 3 big problems in his life. He is blind, he is poverty stricken, and he doesn't have a family. What are the 3 problems? He is blind, he is poverty stricken, and he has no family. And he got a chance, he was given a chance by a sage. You can wish and take one boon. He is given one boon. You cannot take more than one. One boon. So he is blind, he is no family, he is very poverty stricken. So what boon he will take?
And
any guesses? He's blind, he's poverty stricken, and he has no family. So what boon he will ask? Only one boon he can ask. So he is very intelligent. He asked this boon. Listen carefully. He said, I should be able to see my children from the top of my palace. What is that? I should be able to see my children from the top of my palace. One boon. So if he is on the top of a palace, that means he is rich. And he will be able to see his children, that means he cannot be blind. And because he wanted to see his children, that means he has to be blind. So one boon, he fulfilled all three, he attacked all the problems. So now we are giving you a solution which will solve all your problems. We are giving a solution which will solve all your problems. I told you, problems are inevitable, but suffering is optional, which is very, very important. Because the problem is, people will be shattered. But you will get the full strength to face any adversity, any situation, by taking up this process. Krishna consciousness. That is the gift of His Divine Grace. He came facing so many difficulties to the Western world. His Grace Srimanand Prabhu, who has received Padma Shri Award from Indian government, he is sitting in the back. In 2025, His Grace Srimanand Prabhu ki. Yeah. So he went to India to receive Padma Shri Award from the President of India. So he was very graceful, merciful to give out prizes on New Year's Eve to children. He is our special guest. And I asked him to say a few words. He told three things. He told the problem, he told the solution. He said, based on the news outside, 2026 is going to be more challenging. Which is obvious, I think, because as Kali Yuga is going, you can't expect more, happiness, it's going to be problems. But he made a profound statement. He said, so our only shelter is the lotus feet of Shri Radha Kunjbihari. We have to be more serious in taking the shelter of Shri Radha Kunjbihari. And he also added that we as devotees, we have to be in the association of devotees, help each other so that we can sail through. Anything comes up, doesn't matter, because we are together. If we cooperate with each other, we help each other, we can sail through any problem. We have a devotee care group for devotees. If somebody is going through any adversity, any health challenge, people come together to help them out. Whether it is giving out prasadam, praying for them. Prayers are very powerful. So where else? Now we are living in a society where we are living in silos. Something is happening, your neighbor doesn't know, like something is happening in your neighbor, you don't know. But here, we are all coming together as a family which is created by Srila Prabhupada. He brought the whole world into this family of ISKCON. So anybody is welcome. There is no discrimination, color of your skin or your practice, religious practice, the country you belong to, or whether you're rich or poor, doesn't matter. So He has given this mercy. So it is for us to take that mercy. The mercy is available. Yesterday I was telling my Kriksha, the materialistic person and a spiritual person. Like a cat catches the rat or mouse. How fearful the mouse is. Isn't it? It's fearful of death. The same cat catches the kitten with the same mouth. How does the kitten feel? Is it fearful? No, it is feeling the love, it is feeling the protection. That is the difference. If you take up this process, whatever may come, you feel like a protection of Krishna. And the other example is like a monkey jumping from branch to branch to branch to branch. What happens to a baby monkey? Is the mother holding it? No. The baby holds the mother. Have you seen that? Monkeys? If you go to some places in India still, Vrindavan or Tirupati, you find a lot of monkeys. The mother monkey is jumping, but the baby is holding on to it. So that mercy is available, but we have to hold it, take it. Prabhupada has given this. Srimad Bhagavad Gita is, Bhagavatam is there, Chaitanya Charitamrita is, and all the books. Everything is there. We don't need to struggle. If you read some of the history of ISKCON, you will find there is a famous book, Salted Bread. It's out of publication. If you read how the Russian devotees, in Russia, how they were practicing, they were imprisoned because they are practicing their chanting. They were put in prison, they were beaten up. They don't have beat bags. How are they going to chant? You know what they did? They were given hard bread to eat. They made small pieces of the bread and then pressed it. They made holes and they took some thread from the cloth. They put through the holes. They made mala and they were chanting on that bread. Hard bread crumbs. That was the determination. We have to do that? You walk out, there is matchless gift store. You have the bead bags, beads. Just take one bead. It has 108 beads, one mala. And if you are not chanting, take a vow today. 2026, Krishna, I am going to give you 5 minutes, 7 minutes in my 24 hours. How many hours Krishna has given to all of us in a day? Has anybody got 22 and somebody got 26? No. And how grateful we should be. I was telling the other day, Bhattacharya Maharaj, when he was leaving his body, when he gets up and then sees sunrise, oh, Krishna has given me another day to live. That is the reality. When we sleep, we don't know whether we're going to get up. If you get up, thank Krishna. Oh, Krishna has given me another day. And how grateful you should be. And how much time we are giving for Krishna. Frankly, introspect and see. Krishna has given all, we are all coming from mostly Indians. We sailed through, came to the United States of America. He has given all this. Facilities, wealth, health, all the limbs are working properly. How grateful we should be. So we have to express our gratitude to Krishna. What do you need to offer? He doesn't want our wealth. Does he? He is the richest person. Does he want our health, strength? No. He is the strongest. He is the richest. He is the most beautiful. He is most famous. And he is most renunciate. What does he want? He is the strongest. He doesn't need anything from us. All he needs from us is we have to look towards him. A loving father is eagerly waiting for us to look towards him and chant the holy names. That will make him happy. Suppose you are in a class. So most of us have gone to school, isn't it? Like suddenly the teacher, hey Ajay, you can answer this, tell me. So when you call out, the teacher calls out your name, how happy you feel? Or your mom calls out your name, how happy you feel? So Krishna is just happy, blissful, just calling out his name. Nothing he wants. Simply he wants us to turn towards him. But what we are doing? The sun is there. And we are standing here. What are we going to see? A shadow, darkness. But you have to turn towards Krishna. That means if you turn towards sun, you are in the brightness. There is no ignorance. It's all bliss. But when you turn away from sun, you are seeing darkness. That's what we are doing. Krishna is telling, come my dear son, my dear daughter, come. But we are turning away from Krishna. So all we have to do is please take a vow. This is my humble request to some of you or you. Just take one chanting beads, 108. All it takes is 6 to 7 minutes. Try for 1 month. Just try for 1 month. Spare 7 minutes of your time in a day, which is reasonable, isn't it? Krishna has gifted us 24 hours. 7 minutes we cannot give back to him. Just chant 7 minutes, 1 round. Particularly if you can do in the morning. Why in the morning?
Distance will be less. Distance will be less.
Distractions will be less. Any other? Why in the morning? Auspicious. Why in the morning? The mind is fresh. Early in the morning. If right now we are sitting, do you know how many waves are going through us? Radioactive waves or whatever waves, like all these cell phones you have now. So early in the morning, anybody is talking on cell phone? In home? TV is on? No. Is there a lot of traffic on the road? No. Is there noise from neighbors or like workmen or anything? No. Very peaceful, serene atmosphere. And as she said, you got up, your mind is fresh. No nonsense has gone inside. Sattva, it is Shuddha Sattva Guna, morning. As the day progresses, mode of passion comes, Rajoguna. And as night comes in the evening, mode of ignorance, Tamasic. No nightclub is open early in the morning, isn't it? Nightclubs are open in the evening. Drinking happens, clubs. All this nonsense happens in the night. So, we have to start our day in a positive note by chanting. So, at least take those 7 minutes, take the mala. Somebody can help. Just chant on each bead. One mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. That will change your life, I'm telling you. This being 2026, first Sunday, take that vow and try it for 1 month. I'm guaranteeing you that there will be some transformation. And also, if anybody of you does not have a Bhagavad Gita, please take it. Just take $10. You go to a restaurant and spend $50, $60. You keep ordering on Amazon left and right. It's $10. Take one Bhagavad Gita, take it home. Just read 5 minutes. So I'm asking 10 to 12 minutes in a day against 24 hours which Krishna is giving. So what a kind of bargain. It's easy, So kindly, if whatever I spoke, if it has given any meaning to you today, that is because I heard it from our acharyas. There is no credit for me. But if I did any mistake in delivering this message, that is my incapacity or my problem. Please kindly accept what is good you have heard today. Take it home, introspect, look around, look behind, look above, and then look forward into 2026. Chant, read Bhagavad Gita, and associate with devotees, and take that positive energy. This is like charging your cell phone. Your cell phone gets discharged and it is forever. In the night we charge it now. This is our charging point for the week. We come here, we charge our batteries so that we can sustain the whole week. And by Saturday comes, it is getting discharged. We come on Sunday, we plug it into Radha Kunj, we is positive energy here, and then we sustain for the week. That's how year after year, week after year, Srinandan Prabhu is the witness here. So he has been practicing for decades, and he is blissful. If somebody is not getting that bliss, happiness, will you do it? Will you do that? If he is not giving you this bliss, he is doing it. It's an example here. There are other devotees who are practicing like this. So please, my humble request is, take the beads and Bhagavad Gita if you don't have, and start chanting and see me after 1 month. Krishna willing, I will be available in the temple on a Sunday. Tell me, Prabhu, you told me this didn't work. Or tell me, Prabhu, it is helping me. I am telling you with my own experience, you can talk to anybody here who is practicing. This will transform. He's a dentist. I'm a software engineer. Somebody else is a mechanical engineer. Somebody else is something. Somebody is a student. Doesn't matter. She's a student. She chants 16 rounds. She spares 2 hours in her busy day. How busy a student will be, you know. But still she is giving time. So unless she is experiencing the bliss, transformation, change, purification of heart, why not will do? So that is our promise. Please take up this. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. If any questions or comments I can address. If not, we have wonderful feast, which is the first Sunday of the new year. So, any question or comment from anybody? Yes, Prabhuji.
I remember before I joined the movement, I was visiting the temple in Boston
Boston.
every week. And what I would do was, I was very encouragement. I would spend 1.5 hour chanting, 1.5 hour reading every day. 1 hour a day, chanting and reading. Together with those two things, the chanting and reading of Bhagavad Gita, have really changed my whole consciousness and really made me more determined than ever to, become more and more a part of this movement. So I just, reading and chanting is like 2 rails of the train. Together, moving forward very quickly.
Hare Krishna. So, Srinathan Prabhu, from you heard, he's telling in Boston, he started 20 years ago. So, half an hour chanting, half an hour reading Bhagavad Gita. So, that these are like 2 tracks, which will take you moving forward. So, please, I am giving more concession to you. Prabhu said, I'm telling you just in 12 minutes, even 7 minutes chanting, 5 minutes reading. But it's a humble beginning if you can start. So, take the beats, take the Bhagavad Gita. Srila Prabhupada ki! Thank you very much. Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhu.
He mentioned look behind on how your vices were and so forth. But all these materialistic things like health, your emotional health, your relationship, your married life, your quality of life, like what have you bought, how comfortable you are, all these material things that how much reflection should be put in? Like how was my health? How was my emotional health? How was my character at that time? I mean, do these just stem from the connection to the Lord, or is it something that we should also be aware about materialistic things?
Good question. You're Sandeep?
Yes.
Sandeep, yes. Last week I met you on 31st. So the question is, I told you have to look inside, look behind, look around, look above, and look forward and move forward. So he's asking when you reflect on the things which have passed with respect to the emotions or health challenges, relationships. So you have to take stock of these situations, whether it's not just spiritual, because spirituality will help you, but there is a vehicle which is given to us. This body is a vehicle which is given to us to practice the spirituality. It is our duty to take care of this body. Renunciation means it doesn't mean that you won't brush, you take bath, don't take bath. No. You take care of this body. Same thing, they take care of your mind. So, what we did well in 2024 with respect to our relationships, if we don't take stock of those things, what mistakes we did, how do we correct ourselves? So, let us say, when you are always angry and you spoil certain relationships, or somebody has helped you, but you forgot to thank him, you forgot to express the gratitude. So just take stock, some people maintain journals, but at least take those things and then see what you did correctly, what you didn't do correctly, and emotional. So all these things will help you just to plan how you want to move ahead, look ahead in 2026. So if you don't take stock of those things, let us say a spiritual practitioner is there, like he was chanting. So how was I chanting? How was my chanting? So am I thinking of Krishna, or am I thinking of my job, or am I thinking of gulab jamun or rasgulla while I'm chanting? Sometimes it happens, it is you just came here, maybe gulab jamun is there in the feast. You are listening to the class, but your focus is on gulab jamun. So how I can focus? I was not focusing like that. Same thing, mental emotions. Was I, stable? How were my emotions? How was I able to handle? So the formula we gave, if you apply all these things, this is scientifically proven. If you chant the Mahamantra, Prabhu knows like neurologists did the scientists did the experiment on Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If you expose water, water now, it has a structure, H2O, 2 molecules of hydrogen, 1 molecule of oxygen. Okay? Water has a structure. If you expose the water to jazz music, and then they studied the structure of water, it was all distorted. And the same water, they exposed it to peaceful music or Hare Krishna, the aroma, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And they studied the impact on the water. It was beautifully arranged. You can Google it, I am not just making it up. It is all there in information. So, what is there in your mind? What is there in the brain? Is the doctor. It's a lot of water, isn't it? Human body is full of water. How much percentage? 70% something like that water. So this water you are exposing to imagine that Hollywood, Bollywood or jazz music or the fight or the video games, what's going to happen to the water? It's all distorted. Sometimes you travel and there is a car next to you. Your car will be shaking, they put so much, loud music and all that. But whereas if you put, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, there's so many melodies. This Prabhu Sandeep Prabhu came and said that he loves Kirtan. So he came today because he wanted me to sing. So this Kirtan, this melody, will keep those water molecules in a very stable, peaceful way. That means your emotions are controlled. You will have mental peace. Whether it is happiness or whether it is distress, you are hit with a calamity, adversity, doesn't matter. You are stable. Bhagavad Gita, that's what Krishna says, whether it is heat or cold, a severe cold, sometimes you have severe, some parts of the world it is severe, but you will be maintaining that stability. So it is better to take stock of those, what happened, how we can correct those things and move forward. And relationships. What is the major problem for relationships to break? Ego. Ego is the one problem. I will tell you one example. My very close friend, he is an engineer, software engineer. She is a manager in Microsoft. They had a child and they want to name the child. He wants to name after his mother. And she said, I have taken oath of such and such what I want to name. They had a big fight. They divorced. I was there, I was called. You tell her to put this name. She is telling, please tell because I have taken oath. Ego. I am the controller. I am also working. You are also working. Why are you not washing the dishes? Ego. No. All we is have peaceful relationships. When you practice Krishna consciousness, that's what it teaches. Because the other person is also his son or daughter of God. He is our Supreme Father. Krishna is our Supreme Father. We are his children. We are not Purusha. By material designation of Purusha. But Purusha, original Purusha is Krishna. We are Prakriti. So he is the Lord. So if we go in the platform, some of you must have seen on WhatsApp some Christian missionary, preacher, he was told what Namaste means. Namaste means I am, paying respects to the God in you. So he started saying Namaste, because the God in me is, I am just accepting and acknowledging the God in you. Imagine how peaceful the whole world will be. Prabhupada said if the whole world follows Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna's message, it will be very peaceful. But we don't know. Now you know what's happening in government, like Venezuela, what's happening. Things are happening all around. They're not in our control. Only thing which is in our control is chant the holy names, and Sri Prabhu said, take shelter of Radha Kunja Vihari. and be in the association. Come every Sunday. Practice. We have satsang groups in Troy, here, Sterling Heights, in Rochester, many places. Go to the group and then just read Bhagavad Gita, systematically learn, apply in your life. It's not just learning, apply in your life. It will benefit. Guaranteed. Any other question or comment? Okay, thank you all for your patient listening. Please enjoy the wonderful feast there. And please keep coming. Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Share one by as pastime of Shri Radha Kunj. Okay. So, some of you know me personally, like I told you like in my introduction, I'm a software engineer. So, I have been traveling all across the country for the last 20 years for my job. Monday morning, I go out of Detroit and then come back Thursday nights. That's my schedule for 20 years. So weekends, we come and serve the deities. So I had many choices. I can move out of this place and go to a different place and then do the job or whatever it is. But the mercy of Radha Kunj Bihari is, you can't even imagine. So I wasn't able to take care of my two daughters because most of the time I was away. Monday I go, Thursday I come back, and then Friday Bhakti Riksha, and then Saturday, Sunday temple services. So I was never with my wife. My wife took care, she wasn't even driving. And all that is happening because we have been coming on the weekend, on a Sunday, as I said, to get the mercy or to charge our battery so that our life goes. But Kunj Bihari is merciful. He brought COVID into my life. So for many people it was, adverse situation. For me it was a blessing. Of course I suffered COVID, I was hospitalized. But after COVID, no more travel for me. So, and it suited for my family, for my age, for my everything. And I consider whatever is happening in my life, it is Shri Radha Kunj Bihari's mercy. So, there are many personal things, but you can connect the dots. If you keep coming and practicing and take shelter of the lotus feet, you will see so many miracles happen. And if you want to read those experiences, go to the bookstore and ask the Mataji. There is a book, Shri Gandanand Prabhu, the glories of Shri Radha Kunj Bihari. Power of Shri Radha Kunj Bihari. So if you go, take that book, it's an easy reading. Devotees have shared their experiences, how miraculously Radha Kunj Bihari come to your rescue, or how they have helped us in our lives. So, thank you for asking, but I encourage you to read that. So, please. Hare Krishna, it's getting late, so 6:15. Please take Prashadam. And 7 o'clock we have Aarti, Gaur Aarti. So, there will be New Year singing and dancing and glorification of Lord Shiva. So, please honor Prashadam and come back to the temple. Hare Krishna.